He's not on TikTok, but he is on an app called Ticked Off. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get on the church. We're going to make it get it on.
That would be a great app, dude.
Friend. Yeah.
Ticked Off? That would be awesome.
Godfrey back on the show by popular demand. Got a lot going on and a lot to say.
Yes.
And we're going to hear about all of it.
Yes.
First, some live dates. Jacksonville, Comedy Zone, Jacksonville. That'll be March 28th to the 30th. Mm-hmm. And then Funny Bone, that'll be in Richmond, Virginia. That'll be April 5th through the 7th. Tampa, Florida, Funny Bone.
Yes.
That'll be April 19th through the 21st. And so for all the dates, you go to godfreylive.com. Also doing a GoFundMe page for a stand-up special.
Yes.
Now, why? Why do we need to do this?
Because, I mean, we're stand-up comedians, right? And you would think after a while, I have like 3 under my belt. I have a half-hour Comedy Central. I have an hour Comedy Central. And I have a Showtime one I did 2017 in Chicago, my hometown at Second City, which was pretty badass the year before the Cubs won the World Series. So, and then it's been about 7 years. People are like, hey, man, when are you going to be doing another special? I go, I'm really over ready to do another one, a couple of them actually. And I see the same people getting specials over and over. I go, okay, that's great. Hey, well, I'd like one. And no one's really approaching you. Even though I did Tiffany Haddish had a second season of They Ready. She had a She Ready, then she had a They Ready. And Tiffany, I did her live, she had a live tour that I hosted. She asked me to host. And so she goes, hey, man, I want you to do my Netflix thing just so you can get in. Because I know you should have already had a special, but just want you to do this 20-minute thing. And so I did that. And nothing, and I'm like, and I know some of the people over there. And there's people that I've worked with in Montreal, and they just seem to, and this is not just me, I'm speaking for a lot of men and women that really are ready to have a special, and they're not really getting seen. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? And my fans are like, and I'm probably going to say, why don't you fund your own special? Shit. So I was like, okay. So I have about 456,000 subscribers on my Godfrey podcast YouTube. I said, all right, they were suggesting, why don't you do a Kickstarter? I go, I've never done any of that. I said, all right, wouldn't it be like begging? I'm like, whatever, churches do it, so why not? Right? It's like, oh, please, Jesus Christ. And Jesus hasn't shown up, and they're making billions. At least I know you send me money.
You show up.
Guess what's going to manifest, brother?
That's right.
A special for you. Because that laughter makes the heart grow stronger, everybody. And that's a God-given talent. Amen. Let the church
to the
say
mountain.
Amen. That's right. I've been to the mountain.
Have you been to the mountain?
And all these pastors, whether you have T.D. Jakes, whether you have Joel Osteen, making millions flying in private jets. Yet me, who actually manifests things, who show up, I got God in my name. God is in my name. When I say God free, don't mean I don't believe in God. I'm free because God is in my life.
You're not free of God. God has set you free.
And my name means God's gift of peace. Godfrey is the British version of Gottfried, which means God's gift of peace, just like Gilbert Gottfried. His last name is the German version of my first name. That's how much I know the root. So I'm raising money. If you talk like a preacher, maybe it'll work. I'm raising money for my special. I hope to do at the end of the year, beginning of 2025. You understand? GoFundMe. It is in my bio. It's in my bio, a Godfrey Podcast Instagram. Go to Godfrey Podcast Instagram. It's in the bio. It's also in the description of Godfrey Podcast YouTube. All right? GoFundMe. You can just Google it. Don't be stupid. Google it. Say, GoFundMe, Godfrey Special. Bomb! And send some money, donations, and I promise you it will be an hour of fire.
And maybe brimstone, and then you release it on YouTube?
I don't know. I think I will license it to the people who ignored me.
Oh, the naysayers.
If they ignore me, then I put it on YouTube, like Andrew Schultz, like Mark Norman, like Shane Gillis, all my buddies that have done it on themselves and are making millions right now. So I'm going to do that so I have control over everything.
Those white dudes never even been to the mountain.
They never been. They don't have to. They don't
mountain
have
comes
to.
to Muhammad.
It's been made for the white dudes to strive. But a black man like myself, who white people do accept. I'm just,
One of the good ones.
I'm a believer.
I want everybody's money now. Everybody. I'm not that pro-black. I need white money. I need Asian money, Indian money, Spanish money, dinero, whatever, rupees, whatever, kronas, whatever the hell. I don't give a damn.
Where have you been? Last time we talked, we got the very interesting story about Russia and performing in Russia.
Yes.
But then as I was thinking about you coming in today, I was like, well, it can't just be Russia. You must have gone other
Lithuania?
places. Lithuania.
That was wild. Vilnius, Lithuania. They called me. This is before Russia. A couple years. They said, hey, they want you to perform at Vilnius, Lithuania. And I was seeing a chick that was from Lithuania in New York City. And she goes, you got to come to Lithuania. I was like, whatever. She was just hot. And never coming there. Lithuania. Boom. I end up at a gig at a festival. Lithuania. It was me and this British beatboxer. He was kind of an asshole. He was just like a beatboxer. I was like, dude. He was like this white dude beatboxer. I go, dude, been there, done that. Black shit, stop. They're dumb. He was an asshole. I was just like, weird. You're a beatboxer. Just be cool with me. And he's doing fucking day. And it's funny because in Lithuania, English is their second language. So I'm like, okay, but they're fans. I'm like, this is weird. I go there and everything is ius. I'm Godfreyus. You would be Adamius. It's like ius. That's Lithuanian language. Ius. So it was kind of cool because I felt like I was a gladiator. Godfreyus. And I don't know the language. They were like, Godfreyus. And I come out and English is their second language, but my jokes were like, they could understand them because I talked about my dad being Nigerian and I talked about just a lot of international stuff. And Lithuania, and basketball is like religion out there.
Oh, that's right.
Because they got Sabonis. You remember they had Sabonis. They had a lot of Lithuanian, and they're playing ball it's cold out. They're playing ball in winter coats. I'm watching them on full court playing, and it's basketball and hip hop. I go to a hip hop concert. I'm the only black dude there. This was the funniest shit ever. I go, oh my God. And it's like, it says hip hopus, concertos. Yeah. And they're on stage rapping in Lithuanian, like walking around like black rappers, but with the hoodies and grabbing their
Two Live Cruise?
Yeah, Cruise, Wu-Tangus. And they were literally, it was like black people, but it was Lithuanians. I'm the only black dude. I'm going, excuse me. That's what we do. Hello. It was really interesting to watch this shit. To see black culture being replicated in these different countries. It was like in Russia, I was listening to Russian hip hop. This guy named, what's his name? It's Gomar or Gomar. It's like Gomar or something. And he was like, and it's to see Russian videos rapping, they're doing the same thing. And black dudes standing in front of their houses and like, Gomorrah is the guy's name, Gomorrah. And they just rapping, and there's guys with guns, and they're doing the same thing that DMX and all these guys do. It was just very interesting. But something about these countries, and I was able to like relate. It was trippy.
I don't know why this popped into my head, but I know you do Bill Cosby.
Oh, I haven't done Bill in so long because it's like a bad word.
But you don't have to do Bill Cosby.
But I do want to do it because, you see, now that you got me started, Adam Crow is a good show. And see, people have to, not bad, right?
That's not bad. But I was thinking more of him in his TV show theme song. The Cosby Show, not the Cosby Huxtable Show, but before that.
The Bill Cosby
the 80s.
Show.
The Bill Cosby.
Or the one in the
70s.
70s when he was a gym teacher.
Yeah, Kincaid. The gym teacher.
Yes, the afro. Is there a photo of him with the afro?
The theme song, which is a Quincy Jones theme song.
This guy, man.
And I know you love TV theme songs, but I know you know Cosby. When you hear it,
Hickey Burr.
Hickey Burr.
Oh, Hickey Burr. He did that with. I have that out. I have that CD.
Oh, you do?
Hickey Burr. Hickey Burr. The picture of that album is Cosby in a fisherman's hat, and he's sitting with Quincy. It's the coolest photo. Hickey Burr. If you can find a Hickey Burr, I don't know. You guys find everything.
Sure.
I know Hickey. Was that the theme song?
Yeah.
That's weird.
He was scatting. There were
It
no
was
lyrics. It was dumb.
Hickey Burr.
He just made up words.
It's bullshit.
But I think it's right in your wheelhouse. I don't know. Maybe
think?
we
Okay,
can,
let me hear
maybe-
something.
Maybe we can find.
Let me see.
a
Let
little
me get
of
into Cosby. Doop doop doo doo doop doop doo doo doo.
that. This had a good. I think I would rather hear this jam minus
him-
Bill Cosby
than him
screaming
talking.
over it.
So the musicians are probably pissed off.
But it's Bill, so people are like, well, this is the greatest comedian, I Spy dude. He's
Right.
like Cosby's whole. I worked for him, right?
I don't know if I know you work.
Okay.
there.
You know the warm-up comics for sitcoms.
Oh, warm up. Yeah.
I did that. One of my first gigs in New York, 97, 98. I did Cosby had that CBS show. Mm-hmm. Remember? After the big
After
Cosby
the
show.
Huxtables.
Cosby show.
I did the warm-up for a season. And 6 months. And I in Queens, New York, at Kaufman Astoria Studios, right next door to Sesame Street, by the way. Didn't know how to get there until how to get to Sesame. I
Sesame
didn't know it
Street,
was in
right?
Queens.
Right.
So I warmed up. I auditioned for it where they wanted to talk to me. I was with William Morris at the time. And they were like, hey, they're interested in you in like warming up for a Cosby show. I was like, oh, what? I was like, wow, Cosby is new. So I did the warm up, 8 hours. It was like you couldn't, some of the warm ups that I know, they would, you can sing songs and throw T-shirts at people. They said, you can't do that. No profanity. I said, obviously, I'm no profanity, but you couldn't. No singing, no nothing. You can ask them questions, and you got to just keep telling jokes. And then when I introduced the cast: Cosby, Felicia Rashad, what's her name? Oh my God, Madeline Kahn,
Oh, wow.
Dougie Doug.
Young Frankenstein.
Dougie Doug, Madeline
Yeah.
Kahn, and Shanjit Chowdhury was the cab driver, famous Indian comedic actor. He was in Mississippi Masala and a bunch of movies in India. He was the cab driver, so I introduced all of them.
Justin
And Dougie
Smollett's
Doug-
sister.
What's it?
Journey Smollett.
Oh yeah! Wow, God!
Journey
oh my-
Smollett. Wow. Jussie's.
Yeah,
you think
Jussie
Dougie
Smollett.
Doug ever runs into Tony? They have some sort of first name off. You know what I mean? They have an
Doug.
argument over whose idea it was. Shit, we were Tony back in junior high.
But
Well,
then
I was
there's
Dougie
and
Doug.
maybe Flavor Flav.
Oh, Flavor Flav, Dougie Doug, and Tony.
Wow, G, this is crazy, G. Dougie Doug, Flavor Flav, Tony. Wow, this is crazy, Chuck. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wait, what was that
warm-up.
sitcom? I remember
It was
the
Cosby,
90s?
where
It's just
he's-
called Cosby.
He's a retired airline employee, and he lives with Felicia Rashad, and he's just kind of a dude that's just bored, living his life in retirement. And it was kind of dope because, I'm warming up for Cosby. This is crazy. So I saw him every Thursday. This is when his son was murdered. I was there.
Ennis.
I was there. I remember the day when I came to work, because I lived in Queens, and I would walk to Kaufman Astoria Studios, and I remember nobody was in the studio. I said, where's Dr. Cosby? He said, oh, he had to take care of something. And I said, all right. And I went back home, turned on TV, and it was just that whole thing. with
I
his
was
son.
there when his kid was killed.
Really?
I was driving right past it.
On that in Mulholland?
On the 405.
405.
Mulholland.
Mulholland?
Skirball. Yep, right.
Damn.
He was killed at like 12:30 in the evening.
Damn.
In the AM, but
Yeah,
that
yeah,
night.
yeah.
And I was
It was-
driving home from Loveline in Culver City. And I clocked out at midnight.
Yeah.
Show ended at midnight. Got my car about 12:05.
Yeah.
Hopped onto the 10 freeway, took it to the 405,
Man.
was driving down the 405, going up the hill. And right the time I was crossing by Mulholland, going under the bridge, he was killed right at that time because, you got to do the math. I was 20 minutes in the car going up.
Yeah.
He was just with a flat tire getting killed.
God damn.
That was crazy.
And Cosby, they say, well, how's Cosby? Because, I would go back downtown after I would warm up. They give me an hour break. We shot 2 shows. Cosby would go through the shows, the first tryout, the first shooting. Then the second one was where he went long. He would do a lot of takes. And I'm fucking talking. People were like, I always had a group of these groups. There was a group of Hasidic Jewish guys that would always come just for me. They'd be like, "Shalom, Godfrey, we come for you, man. We just come to see you." Awesome. They would cheer me on, and I would be running up and down the thing, telling jokes, people saying, "This is the set, this is the part, this is where we did this, I couldn't believe I was doing this, but I was just trying to not fail, and I was doing really well. There was times where I was literally rocking that place, and people would give me applause break, and then one day, a couple weeks in, the producer comes up to me and goes, "Dr. Cosby wants to do a set." I was like, "What?" "Yeah, he doesn't really do stuff like that. He wants to come out and do some stand-up." He comes out. Now, I usually get the mic and I have to start talking. No. He had the mic. Comes out, talks about his family. "So my wife was talking to my wife," and murders. I'm like, it's amazing. Kills. He tosses the mic to me and go, "Follow that."
Wow.
That's what he does to me. I thought it was awesome. I'm like, I brought your ass out.
Right.
I'm 4 years in comedy. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. The greatest comedian probably ever to walk this planet is challenging me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to battle this guy in 40 years of comedy, but I'm like, oh. And then he did another set when his son was killed. He came a week later and did a whole set on the funeral.
Whoa.
It was amazing.
When you say a set on the funeral.
A set he did
of
stand-up.
comedy?
Man, he talked about just what are we going to bury him with? What do you want to put in the cat? He killed it. People were crying and laughing at the same time, and I had to go after that shit.
Wow.
I was like, damn. Yeah, I had witnessed this shit.
It was my only early goal was to do audience warm-up once I found out about audience warm-up.
It sucks.
But the pay was good.
It was, I was broke as shit, and I'm getting like, what, $2,000 a week, and then you with the percentage? I'm like, whoa. And then after I would warm up the show, after 8 hours, I'd leave the studio about 12 midnight or whatever, depending on how long he would take. But to watch his genius, I've seen him do scenes where he would go, "Okay, we're going to do it over. This time, Dougie, I want you to," and it would get funnier. He was genius, man. I would watch it. Oh, he would do the same scene differently. Same scene, do it a different way. And he would just be killing. I watched that shit. And then I would leave from there and go do my set at the Boston Comedy Club at 2 a.m.
Wow.
I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm coming down, still doing my set. I'd be burned out. But I said, it's the only way to get better. So, and then I remember you could walk into Cosby's office and say what's up to him. You know, I said, "Oh man, I want to ask Cosby a question, Dr. Cosby." They said, he's right there. You can just go. So I just went into his office, and I'm not bullshitting you. Big cigar. He had, you see, and remember Eddie Murphy used to,
right.
It was that. And he had his cigar. He said, "Hey, how you doing, man?" I said, "Hey, Dr. Cosby, I just want to ask you, I don't know, some advice. I've been out there doing my thing and just advice on comedy. I don't know." I was like, "Why not?" I'm asking the master. He goes, this was the best. I wish my friends were with me on this. He goes, "Writing. You got to write, man. You got to put it on the paper. You got to put it on the paper."
Light the cigar.
Yo, I can't make this shit. He's like, "You got to put it on the paper because writing is the backbone, man. Because a lot of people ain't writing on the paper, right?" And then he goes, "You know Sinbad?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh boy, that boy knocks it out the park, man." Said he loves Sinbad, which I get. And Sinbad is better from his stroke, by the way.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Good.
Sinbad is better from his stroke, man. Who is he's the dopest. I love Sinbad. I know him and his brother. So he goes, "Yeah, you got to write, put it. I said, well, sometimes, I'm saying sometimes I'll have a joke that I don't really want to use, and then I don't know where to put it. He goes, you see, writing comedy is like the ABCs, but it's all mixed up, not in order. Because as you grow, you're gonna get the A comes and then the Z and then the B comes, and then when you get better at it, then it comes A, B, C. I'm watching this shit, and then he goes, and always remember this, son. Show business. What's the bigger word? I said business. And I left. That was it.
Let's do a little role playing.
Okay.
Okay. You be Cosby, smoking your cigar in your office. I'm not going to be Godfrey. I'm going to be,
What are you gonna be?
young Adam Carolla,
Okay.
budding comic.
Okay.
And then you're going to tell me about writing. Okay. Hey, Mr. Cosby, Adam Carolla here, audience warm-up guy. They said your door was always open.
Hey, excuse me, will you drink the drink? Shit. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
I didn't know you had a young gal here.
I'm sorry about
I'll,
that. I told you not to come out the shower.
I'll make this
Okay,
fast,
make
Mr.
it fast
Cosby.
because I got some ass.
I'm just
in-
starting out in comedy. Obviously, you're legends. Any
Yes.
advice you could give me?
See, here's the advice. You can't come in while I'm fucking.
Oh yeah.
You
No, I
can't
meant-
just walk in when there's pussy in the shower. You got
Okay.
it's timing, son. You got timing.
Yeah.
See, comedy is timing. What's your last name?
Carolla.
Carolla, like the car.
It's spelled different, but yeah.
Well, still, it's a car. It's
Yeah.
like you're in the car. You got to know which way to turn. You got to know where to speed, slow down. You got to understand timing, sir.
Well,
you got
speaking
the
of
time.
spelling,
Yes.
what do you think about writing? You think that's a good thing?
Writing is very important.
Got to write? Okay.
Then the first thing you got to write down is, I will not disturb Cosby when he's getting some ass 100 times.
sorry,
I want you to do that and bring it to me. Then maybe I'll give you some advice.
Okay. Can I just ask you this about writing? Yeah, because speaking of writing, Quincy Jones wrote a killer arrangement
He
for you.
did.
You think you could have written down some fucking lyrics, or you just want to make noise into a microphone?
You can
'Cause-
kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass. You will never come back.
I'm
to this.
saying you never
You are
stop
fired.
talking. With respect, you never stop
It's
talking
not
about.
you disrespecting
You
me.
talk
boy.
about writing,
Ooh.
and I've listened to you just make noises into a
Listen,
microphone.
motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you.
How about something that rhymes with Jim Coach?
Oh, Jim. Hey, see,
know what I'm
listen.
saying?
I heard something that rhymes with Coach Roach, and I'm gonna stomp you the next time you come into my office.
Okay, let me just. All right, on a different subject. I found some roofies at craft service. Is that
You're not supposed to touch the green M&Ms.
okay? All right. Well, I'll just.
Those
drop
are for the
off.
ladies.
I got to get out there and warm up this crowd.
Okay, we're gonna do. Let's say with Richard Pryor in the office, and you're asking me.
I'll ask you.
Okay. I'm Richard Pryor.
I'll ask you about comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn.
Hey, Mr. Pryor.
Say, nigga. Shit.
Okay.
God damn. Say, bitch. I told your ass stay in the shower. Shit. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah.
God damn.
Hi, man. I'm Carolla. I'm a budding
Hey,
comedian.
man, you that white boy outside. Shit,
Yeah,
you bad motherfucker,
I
Jack.
do audience warm up for the Pryor
You a bad
show.
motherfucker, Jack. You need to curse. Yeah. Pull out your dick or something,
I was
shit.
told by executive producer not to curse, but
Man, fuck him. The motherfuckers hate my ass. They hate me because I'm a nigga with money. Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
him.
don't-
You got some
well,
coke?
that's- Well, I think craft service has them cold at room
Shit,
temperature.
fuck craft service. They need to put cocaine in all of the cookies.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to get some tips. You know, as a young comedian,
Shit,
obviously
here's
I
a tip.
watched
I
you.
tell the bitch to suck my dick. Shit.
Well,
suck
no.
the tip at least. Shit, I know we working, but shit, I need some pussy.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't use the word tip. Advice.
Okay, what you want, man?
Well, obviously I'm a huge fan.
Okay, that's
I'm
cool,
doing
man.
audience
Shit.
warm up on the show.
Okay, shit.
I know you got your lady friend in the shower.
And I don't give a fuck about you, Jack. All right? I don't give a fuck. That's real shit. I'm going to keep it real with your
You know
ass.
what? The director told me he was probably going to go this way, but I just came in
You
anyway.
damn right. Fuck him, too.
Well,
they,
I'm
can,
not gonna-
they can direct their ass to the river. Drown, Jack.
Okay.
Tired of these
sorry.
motherfuckers. These
Anyway,
homies
Mr.
get on my
Pryor, we've
nerves.
gotten off on the wrong foot. I'm a young
No, I'm
comedian.
on the right foot. Shit. I'm going to put my foot in your ass if you don't get the fuck out.
You know, I talked to Cosby. And
Oh,
he
fuck
told me,
him, too. Shit.
Well, he told me to write, and
Man,
you just
it
tell me
is-
to fuck off.
Cosby can suck my ass.
Okay.
He can have a Coke and smile and kiss my ass.
I'm not going to convey that to him. That'll be for you to do. I already had a difficult enough
Just
time.
because he
with
got an
Cosby.
eye spy, shit. You spying on me, Jack? Get the fuck out.
Okay.
Adam, you may talk to someone more of the times, like Cat Williams. He might have some better advice for you.
Oh, God, like I do a Cat Williams. Oh, I should talk to Cat Williams. No, I'll talk to Cat. I'll
Yeah, you
ask
should
Cat.
ask Cat.
Sorry, Cat. Cat.
Yes.
It's Adam Carolla here.
I don't have time for your nonsense and your shenanigans.
Well, just a little advice for a young comedian.
I'm really not. I'm reading 3,000 books. How do you expect me to read my 3,000 while you are interrupting me? I don't even do Cat.
That wasn't a bad Cat.
That was all right.
Well, you're doing Club Shay Shay coming up, right?
Well, I might be. I'm not sure, but I love Shannon Sharp. And I hope that he asked the proper questions. We're going to see. I think I'm very happy it's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be filming Club Shay Shay. And we'll see what happens. He's one of the greatest tight ends that I've ever met in my life, and I'm not going to start no trouble with him because I've seen him bench about 225 pounds on a warm-up.
Oh, he is a phenom. I mean, he should be Nigerian if he's not.
I'm sure he's Nigerian. I'm about to go Nigerian. I think I'm about 100% Nigerian. I feel it. I just don't have the accent.
Shannon, Sterling.
Sterling Sharp, if he didn't have that back injury.
Oh, man. What an athlete those two
People
were.
don't understand. Like, when him and Skip Bayless were arguing, Skip was so disrespectful to him. And I go, the guy is 3-time Super Bowl as a tight end.
Yeah.
Remember this. Not as a quarter, tight end. And I personally think he caught John Elway's passes. Do you all understand John Elway had probably one of the strongest arms ever? Mm-hmm. John Elway.
Yeah.
John Elway got recruited to the major leagues for pitching.
Yeah, had an arm.
So John Elway was throwing to him. Fuck are they talking about? I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I'm talking about Elway.
Yeah, I remember playing a game like a Rock and Jock MTV football pickup game, whatever, with and Dan Marino was the quarterback,
that's another
right?
one.
And that's when I really learned because I played football in high school. I played football through junior high school and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was good at covering guys and shading guys and all that kind of stuff. And you could make up ground while the ball was in the air. And I remember guarding a guy, and Marino was the quarterback, and I was not that far off him.
Yeah.
And he was 30 yards down the field, and I was like, I dare you to throw it at this guy. And all of a sudden, he just threw a BB, like he was throwing a baseball. And I was like, oh, there's nothing to make up because the ball. And that's the day I stopped complaining about DBs. I was like, there's nothing you can do. When he throws that BB.
Nothing.
And it just arrives. You're used to a little air under that ball, a
it's
little
us.
float, a
It's
little
us throwing.
It's us, a little
And it's
rainbow,
wobbly.
and it's wobbly. And you can make up some space. Not when he throws the BB. Boom.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Marino, Elway. Are you kidding me? Whoo!
Yeah, just rockets.
Rockets.
But Shannon's an unlikely celebrity announcer, commentator, analyst. He's but so. I mean, the Manning brothers are real unlikely. Like Eli Manning.
And they're doing commercials out the wazoo.
When Eli Manning was playing,
he was the Forrest Gump of quarterbacks.
right? You were like, who is this guy?
I don't even think he knew that he won.
He doesn't even look like he belongs on the field or whatever.
He's like, I got a trophy. I got like 2 trophies.
He's always pouting all the time.
Yeah. And Eli would never be, you never see him like Peyton Manning. You can tell when he'd be frustrated, right? He had his head be red. You remember his big old forehead?
Right.
And he'd be like, damn it. And Eli just be like this. I just missed, I guess. We'll just wait for the next down.
Shannon Sharp traces ancestry.
What happened?
90% Nigerian.
You're damn right.
I knew it.
I knew it. Damn right. What's the 10%?
Find that shit.
What's the 10% like?
10. I don't know what who cares? The
Lithuania.
90.
Who cares?
It's like saying this is 90% paprika. Yeah. What's the other 10%? Who gives a fuck? Flour.
He's all
bird
Nigerian,
shit?
isn't he?
He's not. That's how you get that hand.
Yeah.
There's no other way you get the genetics of that guy without Nigerian.
Yeah. I thank you. Nigeria. Hi.
No,
Yes.
you guys are number one.
Yeah.
We should all try to bake a little Nigerian into our cake. You know what I mean? Like if you're making kids. You
A little
get
sprinkle of Nigerian in there.
dusting.
They must go at a premium at like sperm banks.
Oh, Nigerian? Yeah,
Yeah.
because well, actually, the eggs are what they charge a lot for.
Oh, the eggs of the woman? Woman's
Yeah.
eggs? Yeah. They charge them.
Because, like, oh, if she's 6 foot tall and blonde and has a PhD and, biology, those eggs go for more.
So couldn't you take your smart sperm and make a dumb egg like better?
Yeah.
Couldn't it be like there's a dumbass
You could,
egg?
but
and
I'm
you
saying
get some goofy egg. You come, bam, let me make that. Take the goofy out that egg.
We're focused on all the Nigerian dudes, but Shannon Sharp and Christian Okoye and Godfrey all had a mom.
Both my parents Nigerian.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why are we dismissing her Nigerian eggs?
Yeah.
Which sounds like a great way to prepare eggs. Like, I would eat that.
Would you like some scrambled Nigerian eggs?
I will take that.
No. Don't scramble them. Just
White toast on the side.
over
just
easy,
to
man.
even it out.
Over. White toast. You're gonna fuck it up. You got to get some
You're right.
pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel.
Keep it pumpernickel.
You're right.
You went Wonder Bread on that? No, bro.
Pumpernickel. You're right. So you got to get the Nigerian female eggs.
Yes.
I think.
Oh, no doubt.
And then the Nigerian sperm is good, but I don't know. Let's not discount the eggs.
Right. You can eat both. Either way. That's right.
Yeah. So, I never even thought about Shannon Sharp's heritage, but you look at that guy. That's Nigerian.
He's the real deal. That dude, like, even through his clothes, he's just like, he's like Luke Cage. It's like crazy.
Yeah. So, when you do his show, where is his show?
I don't know. I'm gonna get a car, come get me, and I'm just gonna be there in Club Shake Shake. Mm-hmm. I just can't wait to go to Club Shake Shake. That's all. I'm gonna get that cognac. I don't even drink, but I'm gonna drink though.
Is he going to talk to you? He's going to try to get you to talk shit about people?
I don't know, but I'm gonna talk a little shit maybe about the business and stuff. I'm gonna actually
Talk some shit here. Why are you waiting for
the business.
shit?
No, I mean you didn't ask me. The business. I mean, listen, man. I chose to be in this. We all chose to be in it. So I'm not crying where it's like, oh, poor me. No, I'm just saying I just call out what I see. And I'm like, geez, as a stand-up comic, listen, I understand like movie stuff, there's so many reasons why you don't get a part in a film. I get it. Sometimes it's whatever. But stand-up, like shit that I do well, special, yeah, that should be right up like, come on, let me get that. But they're not looking at a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, can I suggest this?
What?
We're an inherently fucked up business.
Yes, no doubt.
And I'll tell you why it's inherently fucked up. You go back to the NFL, previously spoken about. You talk about Elway, the guy had a cannon for an arm. Talk about Marino.
Yeah.
You see Shannon Sharp as a tight end moving like a wideout, right?
Yeah.
And you go, I get it. That's why they're there. And
That's sports.
that's
fair.
sports. It's fair.
You're good.
That's
you're
why
talented.
they're there.
You play.
And so there is no such thing as you watch an Elway throw a ball and go, I could throw a better ball than that.
Right.
Or whatever phenom you see out on the football field,
Right.
doing whatever it is they're doing, or dunking a basketball and taking off from the free throw line.
Right.
Nobody goes, I
can
could do
right.
better than that. About the best they can do is, when I was in high school, I knew a dude who probably could have done
Right,
something
yeah.
close to
Yeah.
that, but never
Yeah,
did.
never did.
That's all we get.
Right.
Now, here's the problem
With
with
ours.
stand-up.
Ugh.
You sit around and you go, Amy Schumer's got another special on Netflix. I'm funnier than that bitch, right? And so that's all we do is go, I'm funnier than that. And you're not wrong, but you're not right. But you could be. But there's none of that in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is that everybody has a sense of humor. Everybody does. Everybody has a sense of humor. But not everybody has a sense of tight end. Not everybody has a sense of Michael Jordan.
Right.
So everybody has a sense. Because you've been to comedy clubs where they're sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
crossed,
funnier
yeah.
than me, bitch. So don't I'm a monster at the water cooler at work, man.
Right.
They always say I should be. You ever see those people that, those companies rent out a comedy club, and there's always the funny people from that company are like, I go, oh, the water cooler guy. You must be that barbecue fuck. Listen, let me tell you something. Shut your mouth. Because off stage, I'm funnier than you too, bitch. You shut your mouth. It's always those guys that, they were telling me I should do comedy. I won best dad Shut the fuck up. You understand? So that's why you're right. They feel like it's not, they feel equal to us.
I've seen a Godfrey show where he actually puts a water cooler in the middle of the stage and he yells at the fat white guy, bring it, bitch.
Yeah,
bring it on
goes
up.
full prop.
I'll hang out and listen to
I'm
your
the
words.
water cooler guy. I should just say that. The guy at the water cooler, my next special.
So we have an issue.
What?
The issue is it's you cannot say this person is funnier than you who's doing the Netflix specials or whatever. There are people we agree on.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? There's plenty of comedians where we go, no, that guy's funny.
Definitely. Yeah.
They deserve to be there.
Of course.
And there's like 7 of those guys, and then there's 278 people right under them who you
Trash!
are funnier than.
Trash!
Who are going on their next special.
Man, they're on their
series,
3rd, 4th.
And their 4th,
Yeah.
5th, and everything on.
Yeah.
And they're doing this and they're doing that. And then you kind of go, now this is the problem. Because you want to get in the NFL, and there's 3 guys on the offense who you go, I'm not as good as those guys.
Period.
But there is 8 other guys you think you're better than, and you're not getting a tryout for that team. And so that is going to breed some frustration and a little bit of resentment.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It is.
And then your mind starts working, you know, and your mind goes, I bet if that chick wasn't Asian, I bet if she wasn't Asian,
There's box checkers.
She wouldn't give. They wouldn't have that.
There's
shot.
box checkers.
Yeah. That chick. Well, yeah, she's a lesbian, or she recovered from cancer. That's why, you know, whatever.
There's a lot of
or
that.
she's just friends with so and so.
There's that. But I one thing about comedy, and it's like what I love about sports, because I played sports. We all played a little bit of sports. Is that the audience doesn't go, well, he missed the ball, but I kind of like him. No, they all boo your ass. Like, oh, you fucking suck. Right. I like that. The audience is like, no, you dropped the ball. There's not people going like this, but, that's the way you see it.
Right.
It's different here. It's subjective. Nah, comedy to me is still a sport. You got to go to practice. You got to do it over and over. It's a physical sport. And, because when you get off stage, you're like, whoo, and you got to go to practice. But a lot of people try to, and listen, I'm not everybody's taste, but I know I do pretty well majority-wise. It's like beauty. Comedy's like beauty. We know there's attractive people, and we know there's just people that are unattractive, regardless if someone else sees it. I'm talking about on a very surface level, on a very, what is this?
Listen,
yeah.
Young Quincy Jones could figure out who was hot and who wasn't hot.
Right.
So if you want to know who was hot, who was Quincy Jones fucking when he was 43? That's how you know who's hot. And he didn't magically end up with any of those fat Dove models where they're trying to explain to us that women of all shapes were. No, Quincy's your divining rod. We will use his cock like a divining rod, and he will find the hot ones amongst us. That's what I always say. Whenever they're trying to pitch to us, like, this is the new face of beauty, this fat ass over here, I go, look, who gets to fuck whoever they want? Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. Would Leonardo DiCaprio fuck her? No. Okay, then we've answered our question.
And that's what comedy, because people make excuses like, and it's funny. Here's another example in New York. They got alternative rooms and stuff like that. Sometimes somebody will do something in a grocery store to be different. Hey man, our show is in the freezer department. Okay,
right.
We call it frozen vegetables. It's a new show. All right. But I've done those alt crowds and I destroy them because funny's funny. Doesn't matter. Alt crowds, and I'm not saying this, there's a lot of great alt comics, but a lot of times alt comics are like, it's basically an alternative to actually being funny. It's just, I remember Tony Woods, the great Tony Woods, who's one of the greatest comics ever. Tony Woods, we were doing an alt show, and he's coming out, and he's like, okay, I'm bombing right now. Isn't this what it's about?
Right.
He goes, I'm not trying to be funny. Isn't that alternative comedy?
let me tell you about alt. Alt comedy is also it's an excuse. It's like spoken word guys.
Yeah.
Spoken word guys are sort of bad stand-ups, but they try to be funny. They try to be funny, but they're never. So here's what the deal is.
Yeah.
It's like Bob Uecker.
Those funny commercials. He was
Bob
a shitty baseball
Uecker-
player, wasn't he?
Bob Uecker would have been the least funny stand-up comedian you've ever met, but the funniest ex-jock.
Yes.
Right. So he would come out and talk about sports and then be funny, and everyone thought he was hysterical, but he wasn't really that funny. He was funny for an ex-jock.
Yep.
And guys who can't do stand-up do spoken word and then are funny doing spoken word, but they're really just bad stand-ups.
I used to go
And
to
alt comedy is for unfunny comedians
It is.
who don't feel like memorizing shit so they can bring a steno pad out there.
and they stay away from the main circuit.
Right.
And they do some off. I have a comedy show in a treehouse.
Right.
Godfrey, you should come. It's really great, man. It's a treehouse. It's like it seats about 5 people, and I would really love to pay $30 to do like a 10-minute spot.
So the frustration for the funny people who've been at it for a long time.
Oh, the men and women.
Why are these other people getting these breaks when you, who've been here for so long and got advice from the great Bill Cosby
And Jerry Seinfeld, by the way.
and Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. Seinfeld gave me some good advice. Ever tell you?
What'd he say?
Okay, when I'm in Comedian, that documentary Comedian.
Oh, that's
And this
right.
is when Seinfeld came back and was starting from Seinfeld.
Is that the one with Orny Adams in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Orny Adams. I was just with him at Laugh Factory the other day. Orny's
Good
such a
dude.
great comic.
Yeah.
He's one of the best. And a guy like him, you don't see doing a special, which is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes, Seinfeld's like, how long you been doing comedy? And I was in my 9th year, 10th year, and I really stuck my chest and I said, yeah, man, 9 years going on 10. He goes, okay. He goes, so you're a 9-year-old. So you're like, that's your age in comedy. You're a 9-year-old in comedy. Always remember that. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good. 9-year-old. And I said, I like that. 9-year-old, you can talk. You're not a 5-year-old, but you're a 9-year-old. So he basically said, you ain't shit. What's with the years in comedy?
And he was like, come back in 7.5 years and I'll fuck you. It's a deep cut joke.
I know what that means.
It's a deep cut.
I know what that
Seinfeld
means.
joke.
I
That's
know
all.
that's an insider.
That's an insider.
Almost an insider if you know Seinfeld pretty well.
Launstein was her last name. Shoshona.
I think it was Shoshana or something.
Shoshana. He got into some trouble for like dating.
How old
a-
was she? He was like 40-something.
Well, it's always
she wasn't underage.
I don't know. We have to look out.
Or
how
was
long
there a grooming
Shoshona
first?
Lowenstein- Well, you know
She's
that
probably
thing where
hot.
it's like Elvis used to just spend time in Priscilla's room when she was 14, but they didn't make it official. You know,
I just want to sing you a song. I'm just going
That's
to.
right.
I'm just going to go through the window to tell your daddy I'm here.
Yeah,
Don't tell your daddy.
yeah. This is gonna bring my guitar stuffed with condoms up to your daughter's room. I don't. He got into trouble for dating a younger person.
Well, she came to public attention for dating him. Spy magazine referred to her as a quote legal voter because she had since turned 18, but they met when she was 17 and he was 38 at a party.
He said, "I'll meet you later."
Yeah, there was
When's your birthday?
I wasn't too far off there. 17, 9.
I'll meet you later.
There was something going on, or not. We don't know. But the point is that was the rap that back in the.
I'm
back
sorry,
in the day.
Jerry. I'm just saying, Jerry. I mean, she was 17, Jerry.
Wait, was that me?
No, I'm talking about what's his name? Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander.
No, I'm just saying, Jerry. Come on.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
hot.
She was hot.
She was hot. But they didn't look that bad together.
No.
He looked pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked normal. They looked normal to me.
Yeah. And listen, if you
And he's Seinfeld. Yeah, you gonna give me
you're
that.
allowed to meet people in parks too. That's natural.
Look at she's hot as shit.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so too.
Yeah. He's like, I've got to have this.
Oh wait, something happened with your mic. Hold on.
Mike.
We just lost the cable connection.
Did I do
Oh,
something?
now
You're
it's
back,
back.
you're
It's
back,
back.
you're back.
It's back. All right. I think what we should do is take a quick break.
Yeah.
Godfrey's hanging.
Yes.
And we'll keep the party going
Did
right
I do
after
the
this.
GoFundMe already?
Yeah.
Oh, money.
Morgan and Morgan, it's 2024. Let's talk about something important. If you get hurt this year and you're injured, well, your injury could be worth millions of dollars. And if you're ever injured, you should check out my friends at Morgan and Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. More than $20 billion with a B, $20 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients over the years. Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you the full and fair compensation you deserve. They've been fighting for the people for over 35 years. Racing my vintage cars, well, that can be a little bit hard. Oh, yeah. But submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. Am I right, Dawson?
If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Adam or dial pound law, pound 529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Adam or pound law, pound 529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Ace Man, Brian from Wisconsin. Hey, I was outed by one of my friends in high school. The Steve Miller song, Big Old Jet Airliner, was popular, and he heard me singing Big Old Shack with a Light On, and I never heard the end of that. So I feel everybody's pain who's had that happen. Mahalo.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Godfrey, we were talking the other day on this show about people fucking up lyrics to songs.
Yeah, we all do.
We all did it, but I was talking to my teenage son about it, and he said, we don't do it because they have the lyrics underneath the song now.
They cheat, no.
And I said, you're depriving yourself of a great joy, which is making fun of a friend of yours that fucks up a lyric to a song.
Yes.
And I had my buddy Steve Hughes turn Taking Care of Business by BTO into Taking Care of Pistons.
Taking care of business.
The thing about screwing up song lyrics is they don't have to make sense.
Right.
You make them make sense in your head, like a lot of people do with a lot of political stuff. You just make it make sense in your head, but it doesn't have to make. And you would go, why would he say Pistons? It's like, because that's what his head made sense of. And then Hold the Line by Toto, my friend Mark Dropman would yell, those are lies.
Hold the line.
Yeah, he'd yell, those are lies. Which
those are lies.
I'd go, all right, that sounds about right. But we didn't really have specific. And then Jimmy Kimmel thought the theme to Chico and the Man. Do you know the theme to Chico? I bet you could.
It's Jose Feliciano.
Yeah.
Yes, the
We can find that. Find. Yeah, let's find it. I bet you would start in on it.
Oh,
if you
yes, they will. The Chico and the Man. Oh, it was right after Sanford and Son.
Yeah, it was very. A lot of you young people missed the whole Chicano thing we had going out here. We had
Freddie Prince,
lowrider songs and stuff in these bands.
Right.
All right, let's see if you can do Chico. And the
I don't
Man.
think I can.
I think I can.
And it's the guy from Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
old man.
Jack.
What is his name?
Not Klugman. Jack.
No, not Jack.
No,
That's
but
Oscar.
Lots of shots of Boyle Heights and
East
low
LA.
rise. Yeah, it was real Chicano.
Jose Feliciano. Jack Albertson. Nice. Hot. She was hot. Chico, don't be discouraged.
The man, he ain't so hard to understand.
You got that shit.
Chico.
Della Reese was in this?
Yeah. No, lend a helping hand. Now we're gonna change it. Because the goodness in your heart, and then you can see all these love in the eye. Here's where Jimmy screws up. I know. Things will get better. Oh yes, they will. For Chico and the Man. Oh yes, they will. For Chico and the Man. Even though the best cats don't understand. Yeah. So,
wow.
When he said, "I know, things will get better," Jimmy Kimmel went, "Gato." which just means cat.
Yeah.
But it sounds about right. Gato, things will get better.
Gato, a cat will
And I was, I was going to bring up that fur ball. It's like, Gato. And I just made fun of his ass.
It's like, hey, man, it's like Grease was my favorite musical. You know, it was like, you're the one that I want. It was like, yeah, no.
Oh, right.
What? Honey,
I had my buddy Chris Bohm fucked up the Crosby, Stills, and Nash
Which
song.
one? Carry On?
The Woodstock song where they go, by the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong. So he'd go, by the time you can hear, they don't ever, you got to find it, you know, he's singing, by the time we got to Woodstock, we were heavily stoned. And I'm like,
And it makes sense.
I was like, that's better than half. I wish Neil Young had heard you say that.
I remember because Michael Jackson was always fair because, you know, the way he sang, him and Stevie, they always had their lyrics in their albums. Because Michael Jackson, you open his album, you can see like, don't stop till you get enough. We didn't know. We were like, keep on to the bus stop. Don't stop. But it was like,
Yeah, I never knew what that
keep
was.
on with the force, don't stop. But you can't really hear it. But he goes, to the force, don't stop. And I'm
I
reading
never
it
knew
going,
what he
I thought it
said.
was keep on at the bus stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But it was keep on with the force, don't stop. But he said it so quickly. And you're like, what?
I never knew what he said
Keep
there.
on at the bus stop. We were like, at the bus stop? That's
Hey,
weird, but
bus
all
stop
right.
sounds better.
Keep on at the bus stop.
And being heavily stoned when you get to Woodstock sounds better too.
But that-
we had a poor guy on my high school football team named Lonzo.
Lonzo.
His name was Alonzo.
Of course, Lonzo.
He was a little black guy.
Well, little dude, damn.
Not Nigerian. He
No.
looked a little like Rodney Allen Rippey, you know.
Rodney Allen Rippey.
And
damn.
every time we saw him, we just go, Lonzo, sucking my big dick. That's all we did. Because you had to do it. Why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean?
Lonzo.
The word,
That was for don't stop.
if they put some shit to a popular song, you are fucked all through high school. You know, this was in the 10th grade. Lonzo had this shit going on graduation day.
Ah, shit. Lonzo sucking my. Oh,
big dick.
man. Keep on at the bus stop. The bus. Oh, my.
I won this game
Which
in
one?
high school.
Which game?
The exact opposite of Lonzo sucking my big dick.
Whoa.
I had from the cheerleaders. It was the only good day of my life before the age of 30. Add Carolla.
Add
Carolla. Sedar.
My Sharona.
I loved it.
My. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
Anything for Lola? Carolla.
No. Wait, what did you get? What, did you? I got Crayola. You know, like when I was a kid. You know.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
get
I was-
anything good.
I was Godfrey was Goofy, Garfield.
Yeah.
It was old dudes always say Gregory. Weird. You ever see an old dude just say your name wrong, but he don't give a fuck?
I
You'd
got-
be like, "What's up, Gregory?" I'm like, "Godfrey." All right, Greg. Shit, hey, it is what it is. All right, Gregory. I'm like, "What?" Hey, Joffrey. No, it's Godfrey. All right, Jeffrey.
Well,
Listen.
old black guys can get out of anything by just saying, "There you go."
And they be like this. Hey, man, it is what it is.
All right, it is what it is, and there you go. And you can just.
I ain't got time for the bullshit.
They'll never
Hey,
be
man, it
corrected.
is what it is, man. I ain't got time for that. All right, Jeffrey. I'll see you later, Jim. Like, what?
Chris, all he got is Maxipata.
Yeah, in my late 20s.
You got what?
Made no
What,
sense.
what happened?
Oh, my last name's Loxamana, but Adam started calling
Loxamana?
me Maxipata. It's awesome.
Loxamana. Are you Loxamana?
Yeah.
You're Filipino, right? Is that a Tagalog kind of name?
I think so,
Because it's
yeah.
usually you get the Castillo, the Cruz.
I know, you
but
get
you
the
got the
Mexican
Loxamana.
last names, Loxamana.
I had a girl I dated in sophomore year in high school. She was Filipino, and her name was Malaka. I couldn't say her name. It was Christine Malaka. I said, she go, it's Magalagalugaban. I go,
Yeah, you did say
I Malaka. Magilla Gorilla. That's all I got.
That's why we like Lonzo.
Yeah,
Lonzo.
that's easy.
was easy to do.
I had a
Yo,
friend-
Lons,
I
what's
had a
good?
friend who, until just a few years ago, would say instead of living vicariously through someone, living bi-curiously.
Oh, that's good.
That's nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some easy ones. There are some old, like, easy ones, like morbidly obese. Like, but that when you're
But
young.
obese would be dope too. He's morbidly obese. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Morbidly obese. That's fire. What you
compliment.
talking about,
Yeah.
man? Morbidly obese?
Yeah.
Come on, son.
That's what the fat people should be saying about themselves.
Oh, and I remember. So I never read. I'd only listen to people. And I had this thought last night, which is weird. I said, I had. I remember I was doing a man show bit, and I never learned to read, so I would just hear people
What?
talking. I didn't learn to read.
Are you lying?
No,
Damn.
I couldn't read.
You could read for till when? Like, when did you start
I
reading?
really learned how to
Holy
read
shit.
when I was like 30, and I had to do
No,
it.
you're
like, in high
bullshitting me.
school.
You're illiterate?
I was illiterate. Yeah, I would
Yo,
call
check
myself
this out.
illiterate.
I remember you remind me of the dude in grade school when we used to read textbooks and they would give the slow reader the big paragraph. I'd be like, oh fuck, because we'd be like this. Yo, I got it, and they give you the small one, and then the guy's like, and George Washington, he read the comma. Man, fuck this dude. Let me read it. He's too slow. I love that. We used to go, what is that? Yeah, it made you read better.
wow.
Well,
when you
I'll tell
got
you this.
angry at a slow reader. Really?
When you're white,
Jesus.
when you're white, everyone thinks you're dyslexic. Like when you can't read and you're white, people always would say to me, "Oh, dyslexia."
Look
but
at
when
white privilege when you're
I know,
dumb.
you know what happens when you're black and you can't read?
Shame.
Fell through the cracks.
Fell through the cracks.
Society.
Parental negligence.
down. That's right. You're never
Incarceration.
dyslexic.
Daddy in jail.
Never dyslexic.
Man, I was a
Only white
fire ass
is
reader because my father was an educator. So, I'm reading.
Oh yeah.
Oh, library every Sunday. Fuck
Really?
you talking. My brother said, hell yeah, I can read my ass off like, hey, let me take all the other paragraphs. These guys are fucking
fast reading
goofs.
sound like again?
Go for me just for laughs, Godfrey. Hey, I'm Carolla Show. I can read fast. What are you talking about? But when I read a book, sometimes I'm slow. But as far
No,
as
that's good. You should learn to read. It's helpful.
reading is good. Read out loud, and so you can make sure.
I did-
because you
well-
read a lot of text and stuff.
No, I can read now. I just had to teach myself. Well, because
Can't spell.
When
I wanted to get a
I can't
podcast, so-
spell. When I left high school, I was like, I'm never reading again. See you
free.
suckers and your stupid texts and books.
I
paragraphs.
can't.
Don't need this anymore.
Listen, they're not even fucking doing cursive anymore in schools.
Yeah. Mhm.
Which is because I'm like, dude, good luck signing that check because I'm copying that shit.
Right.
Dummies. It's just like this. What is this? Make this out to whom? Like, yeah, thanks a lot, jackass. Should have learned fucking cursive.
So I thought when I was up until 35, I didn't know it was hernia, like a herniated disc.
Right.
I thought it was always a hernia because people would go, I got a hernia.
Right. That's what I thought. No?
It's hernia.
I got hernia?
Well, you wouldn't say I got hernia. You'd go, a hernia. But
I
you
have
wouldn't
a
say
hernia.
I have a hernia.
You wouldn't say I herniated a disc.
No, you say a herniated disc.
A hernia. I thought a
No.
went and was attached to
a hernia was one word. Like,
Oh, you
yeah.
thought it was a hernia?
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for.
I used to do a hemorrhoids.
I
Weird.
thought it was A H, not A space hernia.
No. Oh,
And
wow.
if you get into the wrong, no one will know it unless you get in some weird conversation where
Yeah.
you have to say hernia. But if you know ever go a hernia, no one ever knows it.
You don't
know?
even hear a lot of people getting hernias, but you hear a lot of herniated discs.
Right. But
I see how I said discs.
At some
Were you
point,
good at that?
I said a hernia, and people are looking at me, going, "It's just hernia." Like you don't. It's not AHER.
So
you know,
how would you say it? Like
a hernia?
You got a hernia.
I took hernia and I put a as part of the spelling of the word. So that's how I thought. If we were saying, let's go in alphabetical order, and then you said, okay, let's say, all right, let's just pick words in alphabetical order, right?
Okay.
You want abortion. I'd go a hernia.
Oh, shit.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, I've had 2 hernias.
Right. I've
Wow.
got 2 hernias.
Like as a noun. God
Yeah.
damn. It's like, yeah, but it's, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was in my 30s.
But that's all right. That's not because you can't read. That's just making
No,
mistakes.
because I wouldn't read it. I'd hear people say a hernia. I got a hernia.
Imagine
I got
if
a
you
hernia.
ran into the word phlegm. You'd be fucked.
phlegmia.
No, you'd run into the word phlegm or a certain word. You're like phlegm. You know, phlegm is Phlegem.
Oh, it is.
Phlegm.
I didn't even know that.
It's phlegm.
See, you Nigerians, man.
I can't help it. That's
Yeah.
what we are. We are very good academically and physically. We are very powerful. I want to understand this to you,
crazy.
Adam Carolla.
You're the ultimate
Very good
warriors.
show, my friend. Very good show.
You're
All of the
philosopher
Nigerians.
warriors.
That's what we are. We are physical specimens, and we are also academically superior to anybody that's trying to fuck with us. You understand? I don't even use bad words because our accent does not go with it.
You know those Sineoff brothers?
Sineoff.
The guys who fucked up Jussie?
Oh, I know them. Ebola and his brother. I know
You
them.
know them personally.
I know them personally. I was with him when where was I? Oh yeah, I saw him not too long ago. I know both of them from Chicago. Went to a Nigerian festival with those guys, and then the year later, the shit happened. Right. So my buddies go, "Yo, man." They said some Nigerian guys were involved in it. And they go, they were like, you probably know them. I said, no, I don't. I saw them. I go, yes, I do. I know them. And now one of them, they're a professional boxer. He's boxing and act. So it's nothing really happened to those guys. You know, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Have you talked to them since?
Yeah, he goes, man, it was some dumb shit, man. He was just up to no good. He was just lying. And that's what they told me.
Did you buy it originally?
No, I did not. When he said, I'm the gay Tupac, I said, okay, he's lying. It was just weird. Like, yo, I'm the gay Tupac. I was like, I don't know what that means. I just didn't know what that means. And that's what gave it, like, that's what brought me doubt. Like, nah, that was corny.
There's a lot of, like, people going, I got jumped and my ass kicked by these 2 big dudes, and it's like, I'm looking at your face. You're pretty good, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and I
what
met him.
happened?
I met him at Sirius XM. Good dude, and his sister is Journey. So
Yep.
And what's funny is, the time he said it, 2 MAGA hat dudes and I know Chicago cold, dead winter. It's 30 below, and they knew you from Empire. These MAGA dudes ain't watching Empire, boy.
Right.
I just demographically it was a bullshit. I was like, what? There goes that goddamn Empire dude.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
I think they would know Empire Carpet before they know 188-2300 Empire. That's how famous that number is.
I know.
And there was a real guy. Now he's in cartoon, but the guy there was a real dude with a mustache, and he passed away, but he was the dude. He'd be like, buy your carpets, 1-800-188-2300. What about the other one? I need cash now.
Oh, call JT Wentworth or something.
No, that JT one was like, I need cash now.
No.
877, I need cash now.
I remember Pete Ellis Dodge.
Pete Ellis.
That was out here.
Is that out here?
Yeah, Pete Ellis Dodge, Long Beach Freeway, Firestone exit, Southgate. You go, why are you doing stupid songs? Because I heard it when I was 9 and I'm 59 and I still remember the fucking Pete Ellis Dodges. If I was walking down the street and some
smart.
stranger stopped me and went, what's your son's middle name? I'd go, I don't know, Alan? No, shit, I can't. Where's Pete Ellis Dodge? I'd go, let me tell you. I'll take Jack out to get to Pete Ellis Dodge.
It's smart.
It works.
It works.
It worked
Jingles.
on us.
They got to bring back jingles, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring back. I remember there was a Carmel car service, but it was 777-7777.
I will tell you this. I heard this safety jingle,
Okay.
like a PSA,
Yeah.
when I was 8.
Okay.
And I probably heard it 4 times because they didn't run the same PSAs for that long. And it was a YMCA.
Okay.
And it was about learning how to swim. And I heard it 4 times when I was 8.
Yeah.
And 50 years on, I can tell you there is fun in the water, but there's danger too. And you got to swim well so nothing happens to you. Learn how to swim at the YMCA.
See this?
Learn how to swim, but never swim alone. There's safety in numbers. Don't strike out on your own. And never dive unless you know the water's not too shallow and it's clear below.
Damn.
See that?
That is so good. I had for fire safety, stop, drop, head roll. What do we do? Stop, drop, head roll.
At least yours can function as safety. Adam's is just taking up brain space.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, head roll.
How many people caught on fire back in the day that we needed an actual PSA telling you what to do?
It was like a music game. You check the knob. If it's too hot, what do? Stop, drop, head roll. And then I remember stop, drop, and roll. And roll where?
Where? Yeah, it's a good point.
So the jingles worked, man. There used to be Saturday morning after the cartoons when it was going into 11 and 12 o'clock. It was the join the bot squad. They call me Yuck Mouth because I don't brush.
That's right.
And I like my teeth like this. They call me Yuck Mouth.
Right.
So I don't brush. How's about a little kiss? I like some, he said, I'd like some beef and some chicken too. Hell, that's a cavity. Hey, that's new.
I remember
So,
Yuck Mouth.
Remember Yuck Mouth?
Yep.
Yeah.
Learned what a bill was.
That's that Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm
yeah.
just a Bill.
Yeah.
I'm only a Bill.
I interviewed that guy.
No, he just passed, didn't he?
Oh man, he seemed old.
He was a white guy, right?
Yeah.
And he sang like a black dude. I thought he was black.
He came on Loveline
Did he?
like 25 years ago. The guy who sung all those songs.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Working on phrases and clauses.
Dave Frischberg.
Yeah,
Dave
and he
Frischberg.
sang like an old jazz black dude.
Right.
I'm going to get you there if you're very careful. Conjunction, junction. What?
There,
What up?
there was one sung by a female girl,
Which one? A Schoolhouse Rock?
Figure 8.
Figure 8.
Yeah, that one. What was that one?
I think she did adjectives. And I do an adjective. You don't remember?
I remember. See if you can find the Figure 8 song. Yeah.
When it's small, get taller, and it gets smaller.
Yeah, that guy couldn't have died recently. The guy sung the stuff. He looked like a hard drinking, hard loving. Wow. I think he was from New Orleans or something.
That's right, like a Dr. John type of guy, huh?
Yeah, such a no, is that Dr. John?
Dr. John was the right place at the wrong time.
Oh, that's a great song.
Right place at the wrong time. Oh, here we go.
Figure 8.
We got the Figure 8.
Oh, that's 7.
We're going to 8.
Okay, we're going to 8. Bye. That's Verb is the best, though.
Dave Frischberg wrote I'm Just a Bill, but it's sang by Jack Sheldon, who was on Loveline.
Oh, Jack Sheldon.
This one of the ones you like, all right.
It's Paul Schaefer playing the keyboard.
It was all,
This is all we have for entertainment, by the way.
I feel like it's like Ryan O'Neal and Allie, what's her name? McGraw.
Just going to sing about an 8.
Figure 8. Double 4. Double 4. Figure 4. Figure 4. Is half of 8.
That's why they didn't really show this
It
one.
would be great if you could make a figure 8. That's a circle that turns round upon itself. One times
Everybody's white in these commercials.
Oh, they're racist in cartoon, too.
There's
I know.
not a white. Everyone in this entire
We didn't get
class
to
is
learn
white.
shit, even in cartoon.
They didn't even try back then. They were just like
Like
fuck
white.
Everyone's gonna be white.
Everyone's going to be white.
twice before
he's fat. See, that was a fat kid.
2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24.
This is where they lost me.
4 times 8 is 32.
No, I'm
Times
done.
8 is 45.
No.
Yeah, come on now.
All right.
6 times
Let's take a break. God, I forgot about that. Every
Number 9 is amazing.
see. All right. I want to see if we can do something that'll never happen again. Byron, I need you to tally up all the animated kids and adults in this thing, which is going to get, when we're all said and done, we're going to be at a count of about 49 or 50 individuals. Is there any other color than white? And God, wasn't it a glorious time in the 70s?
Wait, listen. I think we should show Verb, which is probably one of the best Schoolhouse Rock songs, and it's all black. I do my thing in action. Verb to run, to vote, to let together. Hell yeah, baby!
Yeah. Oh, Verb was a good
Verb
one.
is sick, man.
Verb is good. Oh, wait a minute. Did they shoehorn some white people into that one?
They might have in the theater section, but it's a black superhero. Remember Brown Hornet? Mm-hmm. That Bill Cosby. It's like a Brown Hornet character.
Yeah.
It is so good.
This
And
is good.
Watch this.
all right.
Watch how cold this shit is. This is fire. Watch this
There are
shit.
some white people in line.
Hopefully, there's none. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there's some.
There's white in.
We always got to let y'all in.
Yeah,
damn it.
but we don't need to include you.
No.
Thing in action. Verb to be, to see,
All
to
right,
be,
black.
to live.
That's what's happening.
I put my heart in action. Verb to run, to go, to get
Black.
together.
All right, it's all black.
That's where I find
Satisfaction.
A couple of white kids.
To get to hold. To behold.
when I use my
Imagination.
I think I plot, I plan, I
seen.
dream, turning into
All creation.
I make, I write, I dance,
I sing.
When I'm feeling really active. I run, I ride, I swim,
I'll fly.
Other
Black
times
guy
when
swimming.
life is
Give me a break.
easy, I rest,
You could
I
read.
sleep, I sit, I lie.
That's what's happening.
I can take a noun
And bend it. Give me a noun. Bring it down.
make it a verb
And really send it. Show you how. Oh, I don't know my own power. Voting. Raking. Plowing.
saying
Watch this.
To love at
expresses
the end.
action, being or a state of being.
A verb makes a statement.
Yeah,
Bird tells it like it is. Like Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I know.
That's what's happening.
I can tell you when it's
happening.
Tell you more about what's
Hey,
happening.
make some sense.
Oh, I can tell you who is happening.
We were asking it's the Pointer Sisters doing the
It's
best.
the Pointer Sisters in the background.
That's the Pointer Sisters?
That's what
Subject,
I'm
where's
reading.
the action?
Confirmed.
Take a subject, what is it? What's into it?
What does it say? That's what's happening.
I can question like,
What is it?
Jeez, I'm ready to spend the whole fucking morning.
I can order like,
Go get it.
Sun's going down.
when I hit, I need.
Oh, this is awesome. Watch this. The white pitcher.
When I see the object.
He's gonna smack that shit over the black baseball player. These aren't the Negro leagues either.
No.
Hit it, man! What? What? It's going! It's gone! Watch it run.
Get my thing in action.
Let's go.
To
To
work,
live. To live.
to live.
His single mother. That sucks.
Oh, that's right.
How awesome
Wow, that
is
was
Verb.
awesome. Verb is the best.
When the brothers come, shit gets real funky. That's figure 8 with some drug shit.
Yeah, no.
Suicidal bullshit.
I can't compete.
That one couldn't have been white cartoon characters.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and do some news. We'll give you the white face tally so you can finally get that for the figure 8 right after this.
You're about to hear a preview of the Jordan Harbinger Show with the investigator who solved a serial killer case that had gone cold for decades.
There was a definite spike in serial predator crime in the 1970s. Joe D'Angelo was a full-time law enforcement officer. He's breaking into houses in the middle of the night, raping women or girls that are home alone that he's binding up and sexually assaulting. He ended up committing 50 of these attacks in Northern California between 1976 and 1979 and just disappeared. The last thing I did in my career before I retired was I drove up and parked in front of his house. I didn't know he was a Golden State Killer, but I debated, should I just go knock on his door? This was such a brazen, brutal predator. He absolutely had to be caught.
To learn more about how Paul Holes puts himself inside the minds of serial killers, check out episode 725 of The Jordan Harbinger Show.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well, they're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly offers friendly, helpful service and parts and knowledge you need to do all your own maintenance and repairs. They've got thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in-store or online, so you never have to worry. If you're in a jam, they'll help you out. When you're a do-it-yourselfer and need a specialty tool to finish the job, well, stop by O'Reilly and ask for one of their loaner tool programs, because there's a lot of real special tools when it comes to doing certain jobs on cars. Simply pay a refundable deposit and borrow the right tool, then get the deposit back when it's returned, so it's free. They'll help you find the right part or point you to the nearest local repair shop for help. Plus, they can test your battery for free, in or out of the car, so you don't have to pop it out. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto, and you can find what you need in the store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam.
Celebrating 15 years of podcasting, here's a memorable moment from the Adam Carolla Show's Ace Awards archives.
So, Bert, it's one of my favorite movies as well. I think you're amazing in it. And I just heard a rumor that you weren't proud of it or happy about being in it, but that was just a rumor, and I don't know. But now we can figure that out. Do you have feelings about Boogie Nights?
I liked very much the first scene, which I did, and all that. That's why I did it. But it was a subject matter that I wasn't thrilled with.
Yeah. I mean, it offended your delicate sensibilities.
No, don't do that. You're gonna do that kind of shit with me, I can kill you.
I don't doubt it.
It'd be a good story, I think. I think my wife and kids would understand if there's like good news and bad news. Your husband's dead. All right, what's the good news? Burt Reynolds killed him.
Now, for some new memorable moments, let's get back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Burt Reynolds. Wow.
Never liked Boogie Nights.
He never liked it, huh?
Yeah.
Burt, I thought it was like Kreischer at first. I was like, wait. I didn't know.
Oh, there's not many guys named Burt out there.
There's Burt
now
and
there's
Ernie.
only Burt Kreischer. Because
Yeah, there's only Burt. Yeah, he's only Burt. That's it. It's a long name for like Bertino or something.
I don't know. It's an old dude. It's an old throwback name.
Burt. What's
All
the
right.
origin of Burt?
I don't know. All right. What do we got? We got a head count, Byron, on Whitey in the figure eight, or should we move on to some news here?
How many white people in there?
There are 23 white people, 0 black people.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, figure eight.
23. There's only 23, even with the whole school and everything.
It could have been like 8 black people here. Mm-hmm. That's all we have.
Small classroom.
All right.
Small classroom.
Yeah.
Now, could you
Camera tricks.
imagine
It's pretty
making
sad.
an entertainment, PSA animated thing where you went, it's just going to be white, like in today's world? Are you
fuck.
kidding me?
Hell no.
You'd have to have. You couldn't. White and black ain't enough now. You need
You have
Asian,
Asians,
but
you
you'd
have
have
Indians.
need some gay shit in there too.
You
You
gotta-
got to have everything. All-
Everybody that's different to genders, you got to switch it
Oh,
up.
man, see how much better everything used to be.
That's
All
a
right,
lot of
Someone in a
drawing.
wheelchair. Yeah.
That's a lot of sketching.
That's right. Oh yeah, wheelchair. Yeah.
Well, you got a wheelchair. You got to.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
All right, what do you
speaking
got?
of wheelchairs, so Madonna's tour has been in the news a lot, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like she's been coming late to shows. Remember she fell off that chair.
Isn't that fake butt? I think she slid off because of her. Maybe the
the
discs weren't right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold up.
And she's being dragged in a chair, and she's the guy eats shit, and because
Whose
he's wearing
fault
heels.
is it? It's the guy's fault.
It's the guy's fault.
What, running in heels, dummy?
You put fucking stilettos on. and
That's
try
what
to
he
run along the
gets.
stage.
It's the guy's fault. It's not her fault.
It's not her fault.
Not her fault.
Well,
God damn. Madonna's still like, get into the groove. Boy, you want to prove. You piece of shit.
well, and then she recently called out somebody in the front row at the Forum.
Yeah.
For not standing up.
Yeah.
What?
But here's what happened.
Yeah.
Let's see. No sound.
Stand by.
It's always a sound thing on this show. I don't know why.
Take this ride with me. What are you doing sitting down over there? What are you doing sitting down? Oh, okay.
At least she got attention.
Politically incorrect. Sorry about
She was
that.
the person was
I'm
in a
glad
wheelchair.
you're
They
here.
like cut to it. And
Oh, they
saw.
were-
So she's like,
Yeah.
why are you sitting down? Why aren't you standing up like everybody else? And
Oh
then
my
finds out.
God.
Person's in a
They were
wheelchair.
in a wheelchair.
Yeah, honest mistake.
Biden had one of those too. Dawson's going to have to find it.
Biden?
And then
Biden had come on, stand up, everybody stand up. And then
I
the
want
guy
everybody
was
stand up, stand up.
he introduced
There's a
someone
guy
and
in a
told him to
wheelchair.
stand up and take a bow or whatever. And the person was in a wheelchair. But he did he did the catch-all where you go, oh yeah, no, I'm sad. Well, God bless you. He just
tell
said
a guy in a
God bless
wheelchair to stand up. Tell him a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He told a wheelchair. I never disrespect a guy in a wheelchair. Come on, get up there in a wheelchair. I fell a couple times in a wheelchair.
you. Dawson has it somewhere.
very lively at the State of the Union, though.
I know.
Comparatively.
Animated.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was like really awake.
He was juiced. He was going.
Someone
he was
gave him some
caffeinated.
adrenochrome and boom. He was like, I'm going to tell you something. And then America, we got to be. I was like, what the hell?
I like when my favorite part about any Joe Biden speech is when he gets angry, when he goes, "This is America, man! Come on!" Like he's yelling at everyone.
Come on, man!
He's yelling at everyone, "This is America," but he's the president of America, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?
I'm cheering
This
for
is
those
America!
guys.
Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Someone's got to talk to the president.
I loved when Gavin Newsom went down to the downtown, the rail yards, and there was garbage everywhere, and pirates like robbing trains and stuff. And he just looked around and goes, "What's going on around here?" It's like, I don't know what's going on around.
Gavin Newsom, come on, Gavin.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we have it?
here we go.
Here's
got
Biden.
Oh, I love his shit.
And I also am told that.
Wait, this is young Biden.
Chuck Graham, state
few
senator,
years
is
ago.
here. Chuck, stand
He's
up.
much
Chuck.
younger.
Let's see
Stand
you.
up, Chuck.
Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal.
Oh, way to recover.
I tell you what, stand up for Chuck.
Nice save. Nice save.
Oh, nice
I have to
save.
stand up. Yeah.
There's a fumble. He still caught it.
Yep.
Jesus
Donna
Christ.
was quick on her feet with hers, and then also
People in wheelchairs are not my friends. Don't really like wheelchairs. He's like, stand up, come on, you're being lazy. It's just lazy. He's very lazy. I don't like lazy. I was in a wheelchair once, got out of it, recovered quickly, got up, stood, go to the gym, leg work.
Leg work. Wow.
never skips leg day. Even,
Can you imagine if Trump did it? He
wheelchair.
goes,
My bad. Who brought wheelchair access here? I don't want any wheelchair people.
Well, then Madonna. So she does an HIV/AIDS tribute as well,
AIDS tribute.
and she puts up pictures of people, and she puts up Luther Vandross in it. And
Yo,
Luther Vandross'
what?
estate is like, "Can you please stop showing him during your montage because he died of a stroke?"
Yeah. Oh, shit. Luther was the one who got in a horrible car accident.
no, that was Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, that's Pendergrass.
Never too much, never too much.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
right. You know,
Too much is not enough. Yeah, yeah.
he does a lot of songs. Don't you know that, baby, baby, baby? Don't you know that? Don't you know that? That his one song, what got him. You know, he was background singer for David Bowie. Young Americans.
So wait,
he's in the back.
Are we on Teddy Pendergrass now? Or?
Teddy is the one that got in a car accident and ended up in a wheelchair.
Right. Luther
Vandross was just
died of a stroke.
A stroke because he was big.
He was big. He
always
was
had weight
small.
counts.
Yeah. Right. So they keep putting him up there.
Yeah. He's in the montage, and they're just like, "Look, we love that you're doing this, and you bring attention to HIV/AIDS. Can you please stop showing him in the montage with everybody else?"
But they're saying because they were like, "Was he gay? Was he not?" Now they're like,
Maybe he died when another gay dude was stroking him off. Maybe that's what
that's
they.
the stroke.
Don't you know that, baby, baby, baby? Don't you know that?
Patti LaBelle confirmed he was gay 12 years ago, but it doesn't mean you die of AIDS just because you're gay.
Right.
That's what we're
on my own.
Yeah. Anyway, Madonna's tour is the place to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
Madonna it's packed, right? Of course.
Yeah.
It's Madonna. you know?
When does it get a little sad? At what point are we there, or are we 3 years from there, or when does it get a little sad?
I think that it's about being strategic on how you. I go by the Denzel model. Denzel's an older guy, but his equalizer's so good. But he fights the way a guy his age would fight. He's not doing all this crazy stuff. You know, like the older you get, you're wiser in how you fight. You know, I know martial arts guys. When I was in martial arts, the older guys would be like, "Well, listen, I'm older, so I'm not gonna be throwing this and that. What I'm gonna do, if you come to me, I got weapons. I'm gonna do close range shit. I'm not gonna do." And Denzel is probably one of the smartest dudes. Liam Neeson, same way. They're not gonna do all the fancy shit. They're gonna do what an old man do, because an old man can kick ass still.
Right.
So what would an old man do? He's gonna be smarter. He's not gonna use as much energy. So that's what these, like Madonna. She was, she had big dance numbers. Just consolidate, man. Consolidate. Tell the audience, like, I'm an older Madonna.
What about
you? Ain't gonna get all this, but you're gonna get a good show now.
What about
I don't know why Madonna turned the whole black woman. I ain't got get into the groove. I ain't gonna do the holiday stuff, but it's gonna be right here. That's what you did. That was Steve Harvey. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna run, do all that dumb shit, get into groove, virgin, all that. Well, I don't know why y'all ass think I'm gonna do that, but what I'm fit to do is I'm gonna stand right here, sing all your songs that you want, right in this damn hill spot.
Can I float you this suggestion, Godfrey?
Yes.
I've often said that Steve Harvey is the black Dr. Phil. Big, mustache, bald.
Same.
No one really knows what the fuck they're talking about, but they make a lot of money.
And they give advice.
And they give advice that sounds like a fucking fortune cookie, but they fucking hammer those checks at the bank. And I feel like Steve Harvey, that is your Dr. Phil. That's
He's
your
Judge
black
Steve
Dr.
Harvey
Phil.
now. You know that.
Yeah, and I don't, they're literally the same size. They got the mustache centric, bald,
Steve is about
and they talk about shit where you just nod your head, but you don't really know exactly what they're saying.
Now I'm gonna give you this advice.
Yeah.
What your ass need to do. You wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, and say, "God, I want to thank you for brushing my teeth." That's what the hell you do, and that's how you gonna get your man back. What?
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm
And
saying.
Dr. Phil be like,
Now, I just told you. Now, see, here's the thing. You have to brush your teeth thoroughly, because that's probably your problem, is that you're not brushing your teeth and flossing. Once you get that done, I can guarantee you, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay for your toothpaste.
Thank you, Phil.
And I'm going to take you to rehab, and that's what's going to get you.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. That's a great business.
Young Adam Carolla probably would have been able to.
Adam, you need to do it, but I don't know. You'd be hardcore though. You'd be like, yeah, your problem is you're a fucking loser. That's your problem. No, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you're just a loser. You're kind of, I was one, but fuck. You're a loser. You got to hold yourself accountable.
God. I wouldn't call people losers.
You wouldn't?
I don't care about them enough. All right, next story.
All right, so in Ohio, two women, they were living with this guy, 80 years old. The guy dies. They find his body, and they go, "We got to take him to the hospital, or drop off his body." I don't know why that's what they want to do, but so they put him in the car, but put him in the front seat. So they put this guy sitting shotgun, and they drive to his bank because they've been to this bank with him before when he's withdrew money. So they go to this teller who's seen all three of them hanging out together before last time he withdrew money. Like, hey, he wants to withdraw some more money. And the teller's like, oh yeah, you guys are back here. Yeah, the guy sitting in the front seat. So she gives money to these women.
How much?
Undisclosed, but it was enough for them to, I guess, pay some bills off, or they were desperate. And then they dropped the guy's body off at the hospital. And then cops find the body. They eventually trace back, like, he just withdrew money. They go back to the house, they're caught. But yeah, the Weekend at Bernie's him.
I was like Thelma and Louise / and I was like, come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too. Come on, dance on our floor. Take a step that is new. With a lovable place that needs your face. Three's company too. Da-da-da-da-da. You'll see that life is a ball again. Laughter is calling for you. Down on our rendezvous.
I never knew that part.
Three is company too.
Down
that was
on
basically
our
Janet and
rendezvous.
Chrissy. Jack died. Janet and Chrissy took his body.
That's exactly what happened. Somebody tweeted me today that when Jack Tripper at the beginning was checking out some tail on the boardwalk and fell over on his
the
bicycle,
bike.
that was actually Suzanne Summers wearing a dark wig.
Was it?
That's what they said.
Can we get that opening, man?
I have no.
That was Suzanne Summers walking by
with a dark
brown
wig.
Yeah,
it really was her.
I don't know.
I mean,
that's what they said.
Apparently, that's
Rest in peace to Suzanne
what it
Summers.
is.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I could call Ellen Hamilton.
And John Ritter, which when he died, that was crazy.
Man. It's a good dude.
I think his pops was like the singing cowboy guy, Tex Ritter, right?
Tex Ritter. Yeah, he told me all about his story on a flight once.
You talked to John
I sat
Ritter?
next to him for 5 hours.
I heard he
on a
was
flight.
nice, man.
Nice.
Oh man, he was great.
But he was having a bad day because he banged some chick in New York, and she put it in a book, and the book was coming out that day.
Damn, you got fucked by Jack. Jacked by Jack.
And it was worse because he had left his wife for his new woman, but he was banging around while he was with his new woman, and she could do the math. The new woman could do, he couldn't go, that's when I was with my ex
Jack the
before
Ripper.
I met you. No, there was trouble.
Really? So he was, he was think
distracted
about it.
during that flight. But he was very nice.
Yeah.
And he was telling me all about his dad being a country singer.
Yeah.
Growing up in the valley and all that. He was a sweet guy. I met him a couple
He
times.
was awesome. He was great. And I would see him, like when I would watch old, what is it, Kojak, or I love watching old 70s cop shows, Columbo.
Oh, yeah.
Starsky, and you would see him as a serious actor.
Yeah.
Stallone was on Kojak.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone was on Kojak.
He was in a famous Blake Edwards movie.
Which one?
Blake Edwards.
I mean, no, John Ritter.
You know who Blake Edwards is, who did 10, maybe the Pink Panther
Pink
and stuff.
Panther, okay.
He was in a movie called Skin Deep.
I remember that.
You guys got to find this scene. It was a famous scene.
It's John Ritter?
With John Ritter.
Okay.
Where he's with a woman and another dude comes in or something and the lights are off. And he's about to bang this guy's wife or whatever, maybe torn from the pages of reality. And he's wearing a glow-in-the-dark condom. So you just see this guy's condom
like a lightsaber,
getting beat up and running around and all over the place. And it was probably some bad special effects because this is 1986 or something. But it was a weird scene that whoever thought of it probably thought it was kind of funny. Does this sound familiar to anybody but me?
I only know this scene through you.
Oh, yo!
I know I haven't had one that lasted this long since I was 12.
That's him.
It's John.
Wonder Rick wanted to invest.
I feel like I'm in the porno version of the Red Shoes.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Damn that head. Oh, call that head. Oh.
Who is he messing with?
No, it's me. I know it's you.
It's another
here.
dick.
Yeah, red one.
How'd you know it was me? It's talking. God, there's nobody else. What? No. Get. Shut up.
Looking left, looking right. What's going on?
It's a boner. It's a glow-in-the-dark boner fight. I think Ritter's going to come in.
Whoa, sword fight.
Get out.
All right, it's boner, glow-in-the-dark boners chasing each other around. It's funny, right? Oh, it was all the rage when this thing came out.
And you know they're just doing like,
man.
They're
really milking this.
Yeah,
they're like.
All right, one more. What do we got?
So Banksy.
Banksy.
Someone saw him? Someone discovered him?
Not yet, but so there's these two art collectors who bought this print from an auction, but it didn't come with one of those certificates of authenticity. But I guess according to Banksy's company, Pest Control, if you send it in, they'll tell you if it's real or not. So they send it in, and Pest Control refuses to let them know if, or they're not responding. They're not replying. They're just like, so they're not hearing back if it's fake or real. I'm like, please just let us know if it's fake or real. We paid a lot of money for this, and they haven't. So now they are suing Pest Control, Banksy's company, and by doing so, they're going to have to release Banksy's name. And so we might we might find out his identity from this lawsuit.
Banksy's going to be outed. Banksy.
Supposedly, we do know his first name's Robbie.
His greatest one was the one that shredded the poster, shredded the art at the auction. That was excellent. And then it stopped. It got jammed like halfway through. And I said, it's going to be worth more now. The half shredded. But interesting. I wonder why they won't respond to him.
That part's unclear.
They're trying to just strategizing, man.
Maybe they're making it more valuable with this.
By that, yeah, exactly.
I mean, Banksy describes himself as a quality vandal.
Wow.
Banksy. You ever see his stuff, like the guy that's throwing...
Does he have cajillions of dollars, or we don't know? Nobody knows. But his stuff is... It's super millions of dollars expensive, right?
What's the one famous one where someone's throwing?
I don't know, but that one that got shredded, that sold for 18.5 million euros.
Is there a picture of it?
$21 million.
Is there a picture of it?
There's a video.
Video
of the shredded?
Like right when the hammer hits, the painting shreds halfway.
Right.
It's
wow.
Beautiful.
You never seen that?
I don't think I saw the video.
It's crazy. Somebody filmed it.
2021.
All right, let me give a plug to Godfrey. Where do we go if we want to do your GoFundMe?
This is what you do. You can go to GoFundMe.com and just look up Godfrey Special. You can also go to my Godfrey Podcast is my Instagram. Okay, it's in the bio, but check it out. So my other account, my normal account, where I had over 830-something thousand, they like suspended it. It's been 3 months. I think I'm not getting it back. So yesterday I started from scratch. Another one, Godfrey Comic. Ugh. It's Godfrey Comic. Ugh. I don't like calling myself a comic, but it's Godfrey Comic is my new Instagram.
Do we have to spell yuck? Or is it just Godfrey?
No, it's Godfry Comic.
We don't go,
Godfrey Comic. You guys follow me at Godfrey Comic. I started it yesterday. I have 93 followers. I had 8. I was closing in on 1 million, and they fucking suspended me for violations and shit. And I might not be getting it back. I'm not sure.
Those nudes were tasteful.
I totally
no news,
agree.
no nothing, no Palestine, Israel stuff, nothing. Just making fun of people. And so they shut that down. So I have a brand new one starting from 0. So I have 93 followers already. So follow me at Godfrey Comic. I need to get my I think I can build faster this time. I think so. Because I think I got a little more popular.
And live shows, too.
Live shows, too.
Jacksonville, Florida, Comedy Zone, Jacksonville, March 28th through the 30th. Funny Bone, Richmond, Virginia, April 5th through the 7th. And Tampa, Florida, Funny Bone, April 19th through the 21st. See a very funny comedian.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I always say, I'm in town. If you guys have room.
Always room for Godfrey.
I appreciate you guys.
It's always like Jell-O. There's always room.
There's always the time to do and to do hickey bar.
I'm going to be at the National Automotive Museum Saturday, 4 o'clock. Leno's going to be there as well.
Nice.
We're doing a whole Paul Newman collection, so come say hi.
Paul Moon. I just got
all this race cars.
Cool Hand. I have a Cool Hand Luke t-shirt I just got.
And just go to adamcrow.com for all live shows. Until next time, Adam for Chris and Godfrey saying mahalo.